The king's youngest grandchild has been photographed enjoying a day out with her father Prince Harry, but the shots are a grim milestone for the young princess. Irony is a bit like art, you know it when you see it. Take this weekend in the US, when the land of the free was busy celebrating their independence from that rotter George III back in 1776. The day is all about throwing off of the yoke of British tyranny, so what better occasion for Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, to put his head above the parapet. As always, smash the like button and subscribe to this channel, this way you won't miss our next video in this same channel. The self-exiled Duke was out and about in he and wife Meghan's hometown of Montecito, a moneyed enclave 2 hours north of Los Angeles, over the holiday weekend, a fact we know thanks to the efforts of the area's eagle-eyed paparazzi. However, while these new shots show the 38-year-old giving us classic flavor Harry kinda glum expression, khaki shirt, what is unusual is who was with him, namely his adorable 2-year daughter Princess Lilibet. Note the time and the place here, people. What these photos represent is a miserable first for the tiny princess, a little girl named after an iconic queen and 7th in line to the throne, her first time being papped. Her brother Prince Archie was only about 8 months old when he hit his milestone. In early 2020, he and his mother were papped while out walking in a park near their borrowed pile on Vancouver Island. During that time, they also filmed paps in helicopters, boats, and cars pursuing them. The footage would later be used in their Netflix docuseries. Months later, when the Sussexes relocated to another borrowed mega mansion, this time in Beverly Hills, drones and helicopters were flown over the garden by photo agencies to try and snap the tiny boy. In the Duke and Duchess Netflix series, a must for masochists and budding propagandists looking to pick up some tips, viewers see a distressed Meghan explaining that Archie had been woken up at 5 a.m. by helicopters overhead. As they later wrote in a privacy lawsuit, choppers were flown over their backyard as early as 5:30 a.m. and as late as 7 p.m., waking neighbors and their son, day after day. And still others have even cut holes in the security fence itself to peer through it. Remember to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell, this way you will be notified when next we drop a report video in this same channel. While the couple took legal action over this and the Canadian park incidents, triumphing on both counts, this has only just been a taste of things to come. When it was reported in 2020 that they had bought a home in Montecito, a couple of hours north of Los Angeles, TMZ said their new neighbors were already fed up and that choppers are zooming over Harry and Meghan's hood, sometimes 4 times a day, and paps are staking out their home and a nearby shopping center. Welcome to your Californian childhood, Archie. Let me make one thing clear here. Say what you will about Le Sussexmere and Pet, but you would be hard-pressed to find 2 parents more adoring than them. In ditching the UK for the US and freedom, they clearly did what they thought was right for their children's futures. But it's impossible not to see the ripple effects of that one choice for Archie and Lily in terms of just how exposed their lives will be, and already are, in contrast to their cousins Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. There are approximately 1001 ways in which their childhood will differ from that of the Wales trio back in the UK, not least that Archie and Lily will never be made to spend a precious springtime Saturday waving from a carriage while pretending to enjoy the bagpipes, but this paparazzi factor is a huge one. While George, Charlotte, and Louis are expected to pose for annual birthday pics along with those for Father's and Mother's Days and Christmas, at least they generally happen in their back garden with the snaps taken by a camera-wielding Kate. Yes, George, Charlotte and Louis have to share themselves with the public and have no say over the matter, an obligation that is already an immutable part of their lives. But what William and Kate have that Harry and Meghan don't, shush, whoever yelled, a clue, is control, a hell of a lot more control over how and when their children are put on display. While George, Charlotte, and Louis face expectations and demands that Archie and Lily never will, the little Sussexes will grow up with the knowledge that whenever they leave the privacy of the high-walled, gated enclave they call home, it is open season on them in terms of the paps. Let me strenuously point out that I am not for a single, solitary second condoning this. As always, smash the like button and subscribe to this channel, this way you won't miss our next video in this same channel.